The first thing that we're going to do here is do 125 should be definitely enough. How cool is this? The dum-dum. Dum-dum. And now we have actual Gadas. Boom, and welcome to another video of the Flowing Dutchman. Now in this video I'm going to attempt to make a few more Gadas. I've done this before when I was in India with Prajay Singh, and now I'm back home in Amsterdam, and I wanted to have a few more actual Gadas with the bamboo and the concrete. So what we have here is 4 pots and vases. We have one, I'm very keen on calling it the Oompa Loompa vase, but it's actually the Dum Dum from the Night at the Museum movie. And I'm not sure if we can break the glass after we've made it, but the idea is that we're just gonna pour in the concrete and then see if it's fine with the glass, or that we will try to break the glass eventually. And if that still leaves out the structure of the Dum Dum. Then we have another smaller one. I think this is going to be around 7, maybe 8 kilograms. Also very thick glass, so I'm not sure if we can break it, but we'll find out. And then we have a heavier one, a pot, which, yeah, we're not completely sure if this will stay put like around the Gada, because we're not planning to actually throw or break the pod. So we'll see how that works. And then this one, the idea is to break it and see if we can actually get clean concrete when we remove the pot. And then we have 2 thicker handles. One is they're about I think 35 millimeters in diameter, and one is a little thicker than the other, because it was one, if you get a bamboo, then usually they are thicker at one end and smaller at the other, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. And then we also have smaller ones, which I've tried. They look very small, but I've tried them before and it actually swings pretty well. So yeah, this is what we got. We have some nails and some screws. We have the concrete. We're gonna use water as well, and yeah, enjoy the process. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do here is try to make sure that the bamboo is the right size. Now, what is the right size? I believe that in India we use the 115 centimeter mark. I think this is gonna be the one for the Oompa Loompa mace. So I think this is gonna be a 125 centimeters approximately. So the measurement is important, especially if, for example, you're a little bit smaller, then 125 might be, too long. Just making sure that we can cut you always got to make sure that the total amount of centimeters that you use is also a part of it is gonna move into the pot. So not every inch that you have here is gonna be swingable. Especially, for example, with that Oompa Loompa mace, it has a very big head. So that means that if you still want to have some certain amount of momentum, then you gotta make sure that the handle is long enough. Because if you would put it inside of this pot, you'll notice that it becomes short very quickly and the momentum just fades away. So I think now I see this one, I'm going to use the other one because it's a little taller, and we're going to make this mace a very big one, because this one is going to be very heavy. But for the smaller ones, usually the 115 to 125 should be definitely enough. And then this one, Let's see, how big do we want to have it? Go for 135. Right. So we got all the sizes. A few are a little different, also because of the experimentation and see how well they go, but it's between 130 and 120, I think, that is the smallest. So yeah, time for the next step. And the next step is to make sure that the bamboo will have screws or nails inside of them. Because once you put them in the pot, you want to make sure that you can still pull, that you're not pulling the bamboo straight out of the concrete. So if you put nails on all the sides of the bamboo, that makes sure that it actually sticks inside of the pot. That's the idea. Let's see how that goes. The next step is going to be that we're going to drill a hole inside of the bamboo and see if we can get these screws inside of them. So what you don't want to do with bamboo is try to nail the or to hammer the nail inside of the bamboo, because it splits, and once it splits, there's nothing that it actually holds on to. So then it just, when you start to swing, the screw will just come off. So for now, the best thing that we're going to do right now is drill a hole and see if we can well, eventually get the screw inside of it on each side of the bamboo. So I drilled the holes inside of the bamboo. Now let's see if it will fit, if it doesn't break the bamboo, because that will be, you know, if that happens, then we might have a problem, might have an issue. So the idea is I drilled the holes on different sides and different lengths. So this one is going to be very tall, so that's why I have one further away, but eventually it's just to make sure that the concrete, the bamboo doesn't slip out of the concrete. So it's a little bit random, and then at the same time it should be, whenever you choose your screws, you got to make sure that with the screws it still fits inside of your pot. So you got to have a pot with at least quite a big hole, because you got to move it through with the screws. So you want to have them sticking out, but it's important that they are far enough inside of the bamboo, otherwise they are not strong enough to hold the actual pressure that is going to be on them. So just make sure that they're all tight. The idea is that they should now fit. Well, there we go. You see, it could have been a lot higher even. And from there it should, well, at least we hope that it is enough for the bamboo to stay in place. So the next step is going to be fitting them and then making sure that the concrete is ready to go. And we have to figure out how the concrete works and use the water, concrete, and then once it, you know, is mixed well, then we're going to put in the bamboo, make sure it's straight, and then from there on it's the wait starts, and we just have to wait till they get fixed. All right, so the next step is that we're going to take the concrete, and so this is a non-mix concrete solution. So what they say is we should pour half water and half concrete, and then it should mix itself. Well, we're not sure and fully trust that process, so I think we're going to do some manual mixing here and there. But we have the water, we have the concrete, and just make sure that, you know, different concretes are in existence, so read the manual. All right. Yep. So fill it up. That should be about half, I hope. Oh, nice. Alright. Alright, alright. Interesting process. So now everything is inside. The water is coming to the top. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. And now I stir it a little bit. Maybe add a little bit more. But you can see that, oh no, the solution doesn't work yet. So apparently it should be done and all set within 15 minutes. All right, so we're gonna repeat this process, and now by the way, we're now filling this up, but this concrete, it said that it dries in 15 minutes, and well, I think we can already swing that one. So we might have some hopes that we can get a few swings in already. I think if we are going to do some painting or breaking the pot or glass, we're going to do that another day. But let's see if this one fills up as well. There you go, about half. Oh, the Oompa Loompa one. Oh, this one has been sitting in underneath my bed for about 2 years, waiting to be filled with concrete. And all the time we're just saying, dum dum, dum dum. Okay, so we filled up the 3 Gada so far. The only one left is going to be the heaviest, the Oompa Loompa Mace. And yeah, I'm not really sure how heavy it's going to be, but I'm guessing these ones are already up to 8 minimum, and this one with the outside as well is going to be around 12, maybe 14 even. So I think this is going to be close to 20, maybe even 20, because we're going to need to pour a lot of concrete in this one. But I'm very excited because how cool is this? The dum dum, dum dum. All right, time to pour some concrete. All right, there we go. Yeah, pour it in, pour it in, pour it in. There we go, pour it in, pour it in. Oh, dum dum, dum dum. Dum dum is happy, very happy. Look at that. It suddenly gets this very wise, spiritual feeling to it. Seems to be a very wise Gada. Oh, that's almost half this package. Let's see. Probably we'll need some more. But this concrete mix is actually, it's pretty good, you know, you don't have to do so much, you just have to pour it in and it will find the water itself, so it's pretty easy and it dries very quickly. But I'm not here to advertise for any concrete mixes, sorry guys. I don't have a coupon code, don't have it. This one is going to be fun to swing, that's for sure. Okay, so we just had bamboo, we had some pots, we had some concrete, some water, a few vases, and now we have actual Gadas. So they're starting to become very hard already, but we're going to wait 24 hours to really make sure that they're fully dry, and then next day we're gonna take them for a spin or a swing and enjoy. We'll see you the next day. Good morning! And we have another day here in paradise. Sun is still shining. It's a very warm day, but not as warm as in India, so that's a good thing. We have now 4 Gadas, and there was a little trouble. So this morning the Oompa Loompa Mace or Gada, and the other one, the glass one, there was still water on top of it. So we poured the water out and then put some new concrete in there, and then a little bit of water with that, so that those ones are still a little bit drying, but everything is fixed inside. So the other ones had a few cracks in them. So we're basically not sure if we used the right concrete, really, if this is really the right choice. But there's only one way to figure that out. And that is we're gonna try to break the pot on this one. Now, yeah, so we're basically just gonna break this part off and see if the concrete will maintain. But as you can see, there is a few cracks in there, so I'm not sure how how that looks inside, or if it's only on the surface where it's still, you know, drying a little bit. So let's see if I'm really not sure how to do this really, and see if things get worse once we hit. At least we're not making it more beautiful, that's one thing. There's a crack. There's another. It's all right. It's not going to be the most beautiful one, but it is solid. So at least we have a clean, at least one clean. I think that will work. Yeah, so the idea is not to stress it too much, but also you want to let everything come off. So there's a fine balance in the kicking or slamming part. Yeah, it seems to be solid. It's not the most beautiful one. But we're not here to sell it, just to swing it. So let's see if it swings. Let's see. Yeah. No windows crashed yet. Yeah, it feels really good to swing bamboo. The handle is just so light that changes the dynamic of the swing drastically. It just starts to feel, like my friend Eric says, like a Cadillac. Wonderful. It's good. It's good. Now let's try the other ones. We're not going to break any glass and other pots today. We'll try to see if this one will just stay as it is, because yeah, there's a little ornament around it. I think it's pretty beautiful already. So let's see if it holds up. This one is a little heavier. The pot is quite heavy. Seems to be all right. Yeah. Always a little afraid for that first swing. You have to build trust when you make a Gada. I actually like this one better. Slightly thicker handle, slightly longer. That's really good. Yes! Whee! Okay, now we try the glass one with the small handle. Aye. Yeah. Nice. Just walking rounds here. Yes! Okay, so the last one. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. The Oompa Loompa Mace. Dum Dum. You hear him speak? Oh, okay, so what should be the estimation of this? It's at least 20. But I'm doubting if it's even 25. We'll weigh it afterwards. But it's heavy. Handle is thick. Let's see if it holds up. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Oompa Loompa. Yeah, it works. Nice. Yeah, you immediately notice a difference. I've got heavy steel ones at home of about 20, similar weight, and the handle is shorter, handle is heavier. So what you do notice is that there's more yang, but this one is more soothing. Even though the weight is heavier, there's more of a flow in the swing. Beautiful. Okay, we'll give it a few shots outside of this place. It's time to weigh the Gadas. We brought a scale and let's see if we can actually see what they weigh. I think this should be around 8 maybe. No, oh no, it's 6.6. Woohoo! Yeah, then it was with the pot was around 8. No, 7.5 maybe. And then we have slightly bigger one, which we estimated to be around 11, 12. Now all the estimations are going through the... No, this is... Yeah, we're pretty accurate with that. A little above 11. That's the thing, you know, in India they don't usually use a lot of scales, so the weight measurements are usually very off. So I think that we have to break the thing of like ego. That ego takes over how much actually something weighs. 8.5, it's a good weight for the thin handle. And now this one, yeah. Will it be 20 plus? No, not at all, 17. Okay, so my weight estimates are a little off. And I'm not afraid to admit that. 17, that's a good weight. It's a good weight. Thank you so much for watching. And we're not, like I said, we're not really experts at this, but we did it. We can swing it. It's not an artwork, but the real art is in the swinging. Thanks so much for watching. See you in another video. Keep flowing. So you can flow with a light mace, but what can you do with a heavy, longer Gada mace? Gada Mace 101 is designed to teach you the absolute fundamentals of swinging a Gada or a heavy mace. You'll learn how to use a unique tempo system, which will add a new dimension to your training. Are you ready to set your foundation right for the Gada Mace? Join now, DutchFlowAcademy.com. Boom! Thank you for your attention. It's greatly appreciated. If you like the content, please consider to share, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see similar videos, you can see them over here. If you're interested in learning more from me as a coach, I've got online courses on DutchFlowAcademy.com. Keep flowing. Ram Ram.